I'm going to be very nervous because what I shall do will be quite different, I expect. One thing I will say, before I say anything else, is that I'm very conscious that what is happening this afternoon is the culmination of 3 years' work here and the importance it has in the life of all of you graduates who've been here. And so I really am delighted to welcome you to what is in effect the last graduation ceremony of the Norwich School of Art. From September, the Great Yarmouth College of Art and Design will merge with Norwich to form the Norfolk Institute of Art and Design. Although the formation of specialist colleges is not common practice at the present time across the country, we are convinced that the decision by the Norfolk Local Education Authority and his staff are totally committed to developing and enhancing the strengths and qualities that exist here. You will have, perhaps already, opportunity to see for yourself the marvellous range of stimulating and invigorating work produced by the graduates of today. And if you haven't already gone round the exhibitions, I do sincerely hope you will. I've got some more to see. John. Now, may I introduce our guest of honour, Stephen Fry.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, artists, sculptors, crypto-vorticists, neoplasticists, abstract expressionists, and particularly proto-fauvistes, super-realists, particularly I see so many of you here today. Firstly, may I say that it gives me more pleasure to address you this afternoon, and it's quite legal or decent in these difficult times. My name, as has been correctly pointed out by Peggy, is Stephen Fry. I'm afraid I don't know all your names yet. I've only been here for an hour or so. So, if you'll forgive me, I'll just call you Norwich School of Art, or perhaps Norwich for short. If we get very friendly, I'll call you Norrie. Well, Norrie. We've got friendly straight away, haven't we? I don't know quite why I've been invited to present prizes here this afternoon, the next speech. Possibly because I'm a local lad, possibly because I'm cheap to the point of being absolutely cheap. I like to think that it's because I'm almost impossibly lovely. I wasn't selected by any chance, was I? Because news has leaked out that I once won a huge truckload of Lego for my painting My Ideal Village in a cornflakes competition. Perhaps you've heard that I won 3rd prize in the Independent Preparatory School's National Art Competition for my work entitled, quite simply, Microcosm 17, the subtitle, Portrait of the Artist Emerging from a Double Maths Period. Those two works, while massively important in their own way, I always believed to remain virtually unknown. But as Paul Simon used to say, my relationship with art has been a stormy one. My O-level object drawing, I can confess manfully to you now, Norrie, was not a happy success at all. Cross-hatching was my downfall. England had tried cross-hatching. Even at the age of 14, I was a free spirit. My muse was quite happy drawing a mallet, a knife, a kettle, 2 apples and a bowl. But my muse, not to put too fine a point on it, was buggered if it was going to spend an hour shadowing. I work also with oils at this time, the time that has since been known as my stupid period. It was not much more of a success. I was confused, and the artist here will recognise the problem, I confused linseed with turpentine, which gave my paintings a rather Turneresque patina. But as anyone here will know, Turner would have failed his O-level art horribly, and he would never have got a degree. Since that time, I've always had the most profound respect for artists, not because they create bold, questioning statements that stare straight into the soul of man, but because they can cover an oblong canvas without getting cadmium yellow in their hair and horrible burnt umber all over the back of their trousers. So I gave up practical art at that stage of my life. Well, that's not exactly true. There's quite some delicate line drawings of mine that are still on display in some of Norwich's prominent public lavatories, which is, for the most part, Norwich, my own darling, I tried my hand at the history of art. I think it was Oscar Wilde who was arrested for sodomy. Did I say that? It was Oscar Wilde, I meant to say, who said that in this life you should try everything once, except incest and country dancing. And that's very sound sense, as I remarked only last night to my mother in bed. I got to know all the artists and painters that can be looked at in books. I read Vesuvio and Cellini and some of the greatest art critics. I was in a position to do this because on holidays I picked up a little Italian in Milan station, as a matter of fact. My favourite painter as a youth was Caravaggio. Not because as an English public school boy I had peculiar tastes than actually I had, but because I admired the candlelit splendour, the soft sfumatos, the glowing chiaroscuro, the delicate morbidenza. Run out of use way of art history Italian words. And later then, John Berger taught me to admire Picasso, and then to follow the prevailing trend and fell in love with the Pre-Raphaelites, which I've since recovered, to be glad to hear. It was terribly joking at the time. And since then I've remained more or less eclectic, reserving a particular place in my heart for the Swiss kinetic sculptor Tangley, and for Kiefer, whose influence in many of the painters here I'm very pleased to see. And so I've been generally eclectic until today, because today, Norrie, my sweet, I've decided to dedicate the rest of my life to collecting the works of graduates of Norwich School of Art. What I've seen has given me an extraordinary faith in the firm flowering of artistic genius that is bursting from Norwich soil. Sorry, I wrote this yesterday, isn't it? I'm doing no teasy trousers. I have some round, and I've seen Sir George's works, particularly has been the remarkable confidence of all the painted instalments and sculptures that I've seen so far. I've only scratched the surface, and that is something that's immensely impressive. I know an enormous amount about art, but I don't know what I like, unlike most people. And I do like you, Norrie. So much it hurts. Art is under siege. The arts, a horrible word, we have no other, they're not encouraged by our present masters of action, I'm sorry to say. Art, they tell us, must take its place in the marketplace. We don't need to keep funding all these policy art colleges and so on. Design, yes, of course, design is splendid. Wonderful. Can I get a bit of it now? Design is lovely. But art is weird and strange and difficult, and it's not really admired by the Daily Mail reader at all. But in my view, this current approach is madness. And I'll explain why. Because art is not a commodity that can take its place in the marketplace. I would like to talk about... I would like to take time out from what I know is a very hectic schedule to consider art as being rather like landscape or environment. As Europe becomes politically greener, it's more and more apparent that landscape is not something that can take its place in the marketplace either. After all, if our environment, our landscape here in Britain is destroyed by global warming, acid rain, ozone depletion and so on, you can bet your life it won't be replaced by a cheaper and more competitive alternative from Korea. We will simply die. And our artists in Britain too, not just the plastic artists like yourselves, but playwrights, musicians, poets, composers, if they're starved of encouragement, training, funding and so on, they won't be replaced by more competitive Japanese and West Germans either. Our artistic landscape will die, and we will be horribly poor for it. So you have, all of you, every right to be artists. Not necessarily commercial artists or industrial designers, they can be that if you want, but you have every right to be infuriating bohemians who get up at 3 in the afternoon, who smoke strange herbs, who fight, who wrangle, who refuse to explain themselves. Generally offer the world difficult and provoking pieces that are hard to understand and maddening to look upon. you have my full permission and encouragement to live dangerous, extraordinary lives, be perverted, willful, witty, obscure, courageous, anti-bourgeois, and anarchistic. The world needs more of you. If the physical landscape is to be saved by green, our spiritual landscape, threatened with a like horrible desertification, should be represented by yellows, like all it is yellow. And your yellow manifesto should be to save our spiritual environment from the fumes of the bland, the ordinary, the unchallenging, and to protect it from the acid rain of the obvious, the palliating, the easy. You will get my vote any day. Well, Norwich, dear old love, I feel I know you all tremendously well, and I want desperately to go to bed with all of you. But it happens there isn't time, so I shall congratulate all of you for daring to be artists, and wish you all luck in the infuriating, exciting years you have to come. Go out into the world and refuse to live useful lives as taxpayers. Go out and roar. Remind us that we're alive. And that's a wild and extraordinary thing to be. I love you all. Thank you.
Could I now ask Stephen Fry to present the degree awards in graphic design?
I certainly have to rely on my theatrical voice. But, yeah. Yes, indeed.
What happens now? To commence the awards in the BA Honours degree in graphic design, Sarah Arnold, Melanie Bartlett, Adrian Barton, Lisa Berkshire, Ulrike Godish, Anna Brooke, Irene Bull, James Burton, Jonathan Burt, Tracy Burton, Sarah Campbell, Ryan Clark, Nicholas Clark, Lucy Cliven, John Doherty, who is unfortunately unable to attend, Anthea Eames, who is also awarded the Chamber of Commerce Prize to be presented by Mrs. Margaret Florina. Claire Edwards, Jill Fitzgerald, Samantha Fox, Neil Fruin, Fiona Hagee, Jim Hollis, Angela Jolly, Susan Jones, Sasha LePage, Yunush Mazumdar, Debbie Osborne, Vanga Parkinson, Patricia Pears, Louise Prideaux, Jenny Rayner, Tony Sweden, who is also unfortunately unable to attend, Claire Strawson, Sarah Steeples, Emma Sutton, who also receives the HMSO Prize to be presented by Mr. John Saville. Gavin Swain, Adam Throb, Helen Todd, Roy Throw, who is also unable to attend, Raphael Whittle, Julie Wigg, and Andrew Wilmore, who is also unable to attend. That concludes the awards in the BA Honours degree for graphic design. Thank you.
As most people here are aware, Anna Maria Pacheco leaves Norwich School of Art after 4 years as head of fine art. She took on the post 4 years ago for 4 years, and being a lady of her word is going. I wouldn't dare try and list Anna's achievements. I wouldn't risk her wrath at all. But what I would say is this, that having been over 20 years in education, I have never witnessed such a commitment and love of students as Anna Maria possesses. So I did feel that although it's slightly against tradition, that in this case we should ask Anna Maria herself to award the degrees in fine art.
Susan Adams. Kathy Brereton. Grant Bucknell. Chris Crouch. Lucy Day. Syed Egelapur. Dan England. Stephen Drum. Jonathan Williams. Spencer Hall. Andrew Harvey. Harriet Hedden. Miles Esselstyn. Beatrice Hoffman. Liz Kerr. Claire Kidman. Emma Melville. Sue Lay. Stuart Lynch. Suzanne Miller. Peter Otto. Julie Ann Happen. Amy Porter. Alex Ralph. Tessa Robinson. Peter Scott. Linda Self. Mark Serrais. Melanie Shakespeare. Paul Skelly. Wilkins. Claire Wilson. Last but by no means least, Neil Russell.
Anna doesn't wish to say anything, but I think what I should say is I think the fine arts students here today who have spent 3 years under the headship and the tutelage of Anna Maria have been very fortunate indeed. I think that's an experience that will remain with them. And also to Stephen Fry. It's so nice because often those ceremonies can be intensely boring, and it's quite clear that I am contributing to that now. I think the lesson to be learned is that we must try and attract in the future a speaker of the calibre, of the humour of Stephen Fry. Conclude the ceremony. Tea and refreshments are available in the refectory. Could I urge the parents and friends of the fine arts students to look at graphic design, and the parents and friends of graphic design to look at fine art? Because I do think that is important, that you do appreciate the range, because no matter what I say, you will only realise the quality and talent of the individuals here today by looking at their work. So thank you very much for coming, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day. One more thing, not the close. Our guest speaker, this is a favour we really need, our guest speaker, Stephen Fry, would like, I don't know why, to stay for the student review tonight.
Woof, woof.